Hey guys, it's Craig Syracuse. We're live at the 22nd annual Renew International Gala, and I have my friends here, Michael and Mary Singer.
Great to be here.
Wonderful to be here.
On the green carpet.
Yes, this is new. This was something that Sister Terry decided on the green carpet. So tell me, do you have anything to say to some of the honorees?
Sister Hanora Nolte, it's been an honor and a privilege to work with her on development activities for Renew. We had our Forward at 40 campaign, huge success, a lot of work, but a huge success. So I'm really psyched about that. It's been the highlight of my work on the Board of Trustees.
So what does Renew mean to you, personally, spiritually?
Faith into action, the small groups, it's a really key component of it. And we just tried to support Renew any way we can. Mm-hmm. And we know they're doing great work all over the world, which is fantastic.
It's interesting, too. The faith in action is something that comes up a lot, especially with some of the honorees. How do you sort of put your faith into action?
Well, I think of it as being the growing. Like there's a seed in there. And then a lot of the work, a lot of the materials is about having that time where you reflect inward and then you just make conscious decisions. I'm going to do something with this seed and I'm going to let it grow. So.
I love the seed analogy. Guys, I hope you enjoy the night and maybe donate a little bit of money at the auction, the live virtual auction. Thank you so much. Some green, yes, thank you. Thank you. God bless, thank you. Back on the green carpet, Laura's going to show us the green carpet. There really is a green carpet here. Everyone's asking. And I know my wife and my son Mario is watching. That's the green carpet. We just got a new puppy named Brownie, so they're all watching on YouTube. And he said, don't say hugs and kisses because I'll get in trouble.
What kind of puppy?
It's a shampoo. It's like a mixture of a Shih Tzu and a poodle. Yeah, it's exotic, they say, awesome. At the pet store when you get the price, exactly. So enough about me. You guys are being honored for the President Award. This is fantastic. I know we just spoke off camera. How does it feel to be here tonight after especially this long season that didn't end? How does it feel to be here tonight?
Well, to be dressed in anything other than sweatpants and my hair pulled back in a ponytail with no makeup, it feels awesome. Just to get dressed up and get back out again, it feels wonderful. Wonderful. I'm really glad we were able to do this and we were able to all gather without masks. It's great. I'm very, very happy for it.
Very much so. And it's just, again, great organization, very appreciative of everything that they've done over the years and just surprised, very, very overwhelmed and just surprised and thankful.
And one of the things that stuck out, and I know my family's watching, you said about giving back and paying it forward, a non-negotiable in your family. And you don't hear that as much as we should. I know my parents were very strict. I mean, is that something that's sort of been lost in society or lost in sort of the family unit?
I hope not. I think maybe to an extent it might have been. But our two daughters have always been involved in the church, in the community, in their school. And, again, it was non-negotiable. What we have, we pay it forward. So.
In everything we try and do. And again, involvement in church in so many different areas and just trying to be there for your children and for Addie and for everybody in our family that we care so much about.
So what does Renew mean to you personally and spiritually?
That's a complex question because for me, after working the Gala for 20 years, it's more about the people and the connections that I have made with Renew. And it's just the people of Renew are the most welcoming, most warm-hearted, genuine people I've ever known. And they make you feel like family. They make you feel like family. As far as their mission is concerned, I mean, basically it's God's word. It's what we all should be doing. We should all be communicating. We should all be, doing it. And it's just a fabulous organization that I am honored to be a part of.
And one of the sort of the topics has been, how do we put our faith into action, how important that is? How do you put your faith into action every day or on a daily basis?
Always trying to do the right thing. And I guess I always go back to what is the church? The church are truly the people and the small Christian communities of people relating to people in their struggles, their good times, their bad times, just sharing their stories and being there for each other. And that's, to me, is how you really interact and become a part of each other's lives and caring, and not just the superficial things, oh, hi, how are you doing, but actually know your story, be able to relate to this story, be able to support each other when you really need help.
Getting beneath the surface and always sharing your testimony, which leads to truth. It's wonderful. Guys, God bless you. Very honored to meet you. Enjoy the night. Enjoy the compliments. God bless you. Thank you. We'll be back. Thank you. We'll be back on the green carpet. We're back with Sister Peggy. Sister Peggy, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
So, I mean, this is a big night for all of us to be out, especially during this new season, this transition. Is there anything you want to say to any of the honorees tonight?
Well, for some of them, I look forward to hearing about them, and I was very grateful to read about them. I have to say, though, I have a personal inclination to congratulate and to say how proud I am to call her my sister in community, and that's Sister Hanora. Yep, she's a character for sure, and she just brings so much life to everyone, everything that she's involved in. And to Renew, I know. I even heard about her in South Africa when I was there. Yep.
What did you hear when you were in South Africa? Can you recall?
Well, should I? I hope I can say it.
I'm trying to figure out to get something else that's not in the bio. Tell me.
Sister Hanora and myself visited a Dominican community of women over in Montebello in South Africa. And when I was there, they asked me if I was anything like Sister Hanora. I wasn't quite sure if that's good or bad, but I know that it was very good. And it was a pleasure to be there with her. And I hope I do have some of her kind of dynamism, really. Mm-hmm. And her commitment to mission and to her really belief in the church and particularly Renew's work, involving so many different people. So
beautiful. So we've been talking a lot about how we put our faith into action. How do you put your faith into action? And now we all call to put our faith into action, even when it gets uncomfortable.
Okay, well, the first way was my 3-hour ride to come here tonight from Long Island. I did put my faith into action and a few other things into action. But sincerely, I really do try to take the values I have and to just really try to be someone who lives out Christian values, especially these days, to try to listen, to be kind, and to be inclusive, really try to be open to all types of persons and personalities and traffic and, all those things.
Thank you so much. Good luck on the ride home.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you
but
so
I'm
much.
going to have a good time first. Okay.
Thank you, Sister Peggy. We'll be back. I think we might have... Oh, perfect. Hello. And your name is?
Mary Jo Sant.
Thank you so much. Are you friends with any of the honorees?
Sister Hanora.
Sister Noren has
Yes.
some following.
She is a pretty remarkable woman.
So can you say something about Sister Noren that is not in her bio or anything similar to Sister Peggy? Any stories?
I just think, one, she's an amazing cook. I'm not sure if that's out there.
No, that was not out there.
She grows an amazing garden. So, yeah, she's a versatile woman. A versatile woman dedicated to Christ, which is remarkable in and of itself these days. And she's really great. I met her because I started with Renew International and came to our parish. And I was a leader for many years. And so that's how I met Sister Hanora with Renew International. And I think it's a really important program for the future. I think Vatican II was a big change in our world, and I think Renew International and the small groups have really embraced what was asked of us to go forward, to make disciples, and that's a wonderful way of learning our faith is through this remarkable program. And I think we should all, I've been doing this for almost 20-something years, small, Christian groups and with Renew, and it's been just wonderful. I've met wonderful people like Sister Hanora, And we should all reach out to other people and get to meet other people, because you never know who you're going to meet and how your life is going to be changed, like mine has with Sister Hanora.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I think especially now as we go into this new season, I think Renew and small groups and getting people from the couch back to the pew is so important. And I think Renew plays a major part in that, a major role. How do you, I know you mentioned some, but how do you put your faith into action, especially, when the season like we just experienced, the pandemic?
I think, well, personally, I'm currently going for my master's in theology. So, congratulations, Seton Hall. So, so I think it's important that how am I putting my faith into practice is that I pretty much try to, everyone I meet, I try and see Christ. I know that's not always easy as we're driving behind the wheel, but we really need to make sure that we kind of see Christ in everybody. And I think that the pandemic has really put us to the test with that sometimes, when you go out and people are afraid, and you just have to reassure them that at the end of the day, it's all about who we are as people, how we react within through Christ, with Christ's message, and letting people know that it's all going to be okay. All that craziness, it's all going to go away, and our love for one another, because love is the root of all of this. Our unconditional love from him to us, from us to others, that's how it all goes forward, and that's how, these small groups do the same thing. So that's how it all goes forward. And we met this year virtually. This didn't stop us. We keep meeting virtually, even though we can't meet in person. So our mission is to go forward and make disciples.
You and I can definitely speak for hours, because those are certain things that I do. When I go out, I look for Christ in everyone. And everyone's looking for the sign or the burning bush. And if you just take a moment and look around, you could see Christ in everything.
Everything and everywhere. And
Everyone.
Yes.
Thank you so
much.
much.
It was great to meet you. Let's talk later.
I would definitely love to talk to you. Thank you. We'll be back. She's stealing the mic.
Do you want? Oh, you're holding
This
the
is
mic.
my job, sister.
your job.
Do I got to go to employment now? Sister Maureen, tell us. We're out, right? We're at Renew's 22nd annual gala. It's beautiful.
That's right.
Is there anyone that you want to maybe say a few words about? Any of the honorees?
Well, all the honorees are very special people, obviously. And Sister Hanora Nolte is one of them. Obviously, I worked with Hanora for many years. I was at Renew myself for 23 years, left 2 years ago because I was elected to the leadership team of my congregation. But Hanora is a special woman, and she deserves the honor, obviously. But the other two couples are wonderful as well, Addie and Dr. Talage, right? And they're all great people, obviously, and given years of service to Renew. So I'm delighted that they're being honored, and I'm happy to be here and to help in whatever way I can to make this a good night. And I think that's probably, thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, I have another question. Yes. So, the theme has been putting your faith into action. How do you put your faith into action? And are we all called to put our faith into action, even when times get difficult or challenging?
Well, I do think we're all called to put our faith in action. And my faith, obviously, is the hallmark of my life because I am a religious sister. So, and putting it into action is whatever I do. All the interactions. This interview is a good example of putting my faith into action, relating to you, answering your questions. But anything I do, I see that as part of my vocation. Any interaction I have with people, whether I'm in a store shopping or I'm giving a talk or whatever I'm doing, that to me is putting my faith in action. And I do that every single day. And right now I'm in leadership in my congregation, so every day is putting your faith into action and doing whatever you can to help make God and the reality of the Spirit and reality of Jesus and the reality of everything real to people. And especially now, after what we've been through with the pandemic, I think it's extremely important to focus on our faith and where we need to go and how we need to be and how we need to face the future, because it's kind of unknown at the moment, and where are we going to go from here? So it's every day is a new day, and that's the way I look at it, and God gives us a new day to do whatever we have to do. And you just pray you do it as well as you can, and you keep going.
Thank you so much.
Is that all right?
That was beautiful. Thank you so much, Sister Maureen. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wonderful night.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I will. Thank you. All right. Take care. Okay.
We'll be back from the green carpet. Live on the green carpet with the honorary Sister Hanora Nolte. Sister Noren, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's wonderful. Just wonderful to be here.
So how does it feel to be honored? I mean, we've interviewed so many people and they've told us such wonderful stories about you, but how does it feel to be honored this year at the 22nd Annual Gala?
Actually, it's very humbling, very humbling. And this morning I had the opportunity of paging through the journal, and very honestly, tears. And as I talk to you now, I could cry. It's just so, it's like so overwhelming. It's nothing I ever expected. But I'm grateful, and I'm grateful for all of those others who have never been honored, and I am. So
That's beautiful. In your bio too, it spoke to me about, you know, the love of your life, were all your nieces, your nephews, your brother. I mean, that means a lot. I mean, that's beautiful.
here, or most of them are here. Really? Yes. So be sure you get a lot of them.
We've interviewed a few. I don't know if they were relatives, but that's beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful to know they're all here to support you. I mean, is there anything you want to say to some of the other honorees? I mean, Dr. Talage talks about putting your faith into action. How do we put our faith into action, especially in this new season?
In very ordinary ways, and for me, it's being intentional and mindful, and being present to what you're doing at the moment, and putting your heart into whatever it is that you're doing at that moment. So if it's a conversation, that's where it is. If it's preparing dinner, that's where it is. So to be into the moment, I think, is what it's about.
I agree. It's like when Jesus would sit down, he would sit down and pay attention to be in the moment. To whoever he was speaking to, he wasn't looking around, working the crowd.
And you know, you don't have to look for opportunities. They come. We just have to be aware and open. Yeah.
Love it. What does Renew mean to you personally, spiritually?
Well, you know, I came to Renew and not knowing what it was going to mean to me, but for a Dominican who is about preaching the good news, it's been a wonderful opportunity to do that in a very kind of non-traditional way. So meeting with lay people and empowering lay people and helping them to take their responsibility, their baptismal call seriously, and to be the best people that they can be for one another, for their parishes, for their community. That's what it's done for me. So.
Thank you very much, and we look forward to maybe trying some of the cooking or your garden. I heard you have a wonderful garden.
Well, I do. I do. Thank you.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. We'll be back. We have some other guests coming along in the green carpet. Hello, everyone, back on the green carpet. Thank you so much for this opportunity. This is a wonderful night to be at the 22nd Annual Renew International Gala. Are you excited to be here?
We're excited to be here.
Yes.
I think this is probably your 12th, 13th year, so, yeah.
This is a special night, especially
It is.
the honorees. Is there anyone you want to say maybe a special message to tonight?
Shout out to everybody, but Sister Hanora in particular.
Hanora.
Good friend and mentor over the years.
Anything that stands out? I know you said a mentor, but is there anything that stands out specifically about Sister Hanora?
I think her spirituality and
Yes.
just her joy, utter joy, and her firmness. So there's not a lot you can get away with Sister Hanora.
Yeah, but her welcoming and her inviting, especially with spreading the spirit of renew to people and getting the message out there, and small faith sharing groups is a wonderful way to bring people closer to Jesus. So she does a great job.
And tireless.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree. She was so humble just to say how she's accepting this award. She started to get emotional. And everyone that we've met said such wonderful things about all the honorees, but especially Sister Nora. It's fantastic. So we're sort of transitioning into this new season. I think Renew now plays an important role. How do you see Renew as we sort of transition into this new season of life past the pandemic?
I would say the role is and the mission stays intact. It's just bringing the gospel and the church into the world outside of the walls of the parish. And Renew's always done that, and it's making our Christianity, our Catholic Christianity, relevant and what we do.
I like it. Yeah. Now, what does Renew mean to you spiritually and personally?
So much.
Right. I started in my parish when I was 19 years old with a small faith sharing group with Renew materials. So I've been hooked for a long time, and have done, I think, every small group faith sharing booklet that Renew has, and it's a great way to lead people to Christ. So all my small faith sharing groups since I was 19 years old. It's great. It's great. So it's been a long time, long connection for me. And then you started working for Renew. a while back.
2002, and so it's almost a little over 20 years
So-
that I've been associated with Renew. So, yeah.
So they have the right message, the right mission. It starts with. I just have such great things to say about Renew, just because they help people grow in their faith. Yeah.
You're right. They plant the seed, they allow it to grow, and then, like you've said, you've been involved since you were 19 and since the 2000s. That's fantastic. Testimony to Renew and Sister Terry and everyone involved.
Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, guys.
You have a great night.
Thank you. God bless. Thank you. We'll be back on the green carpet. I think we are live again on the green carpet with my friend. I just case Ted Musca. I almost forgot your name. Ted, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Being here.
Good to be here.
Sorry, you and I both work at the diocese. Now we're at Renew. Tell us, what does it feel like, first of all, to be out and at this wonderful event, the 22nd annual Gala, Renew International?
This is probably my 5th time being at one of these galas, and every time I come, I think how wonderful it is because people are really happy to be here. They're celebrating the great things that happen at Renew, and we all have an opportunity to kind of regain our sense of belonging to this community. So I'm very happy to be here this year again.
You're right. It's interesting, too. I mean, for people that don't work for the church or have been involved with the church, it's this sense of community. There's something about the people, and we all believe in the same mission, the same goal. It's not our personal agenda, that it's just this instant connection, right? Everyone is just filled with joy. And it's hard to explain that to people, and you see it here.
And everybody brings with them their own experience. So maybe I'm joyful about something that happened yesterday or a year ago, and other people come and say, oh, I remember, that event or that occasion. But we've also had these wonderful experiences during this, especially during this year that's been challenging, especially for all of us. So, no, it's a great time to gather and to celebrate.
And you just mentioned last year, I think you were highlighting the fact that you were honored last year.
I was. It seems like a long time ago, but that was it was a great honor for me, but it was also a great honor for everybody who I've collaborated with over the years, all of the good work that Renew did in the Diocese of Brooklyn, and I brought that to my position here at Renew now.
I agree. I mean, you and I have worked on countless events, St. John's. I mean, there's so many events we worked on, and I look forward to working with you again at Renew International. Thank you so much. Anything you want to say to the honorees before you go?
Oh, congratulations. God bless you, and keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. Ted Musca, live on the green carpet. Hello, everyone. We're live on the green carpet with one of the honorees, Dr. Ramon Talage. Dr. Ramon, thank you so much.
No, thank you for you to have the chance to interview me. Thank you.
And you just flew in, so this is, I mean, you just got off a plane. You've come straight to the 22nd annual Gala. I mean, you are a selfless man. I mean, you're involved in Sonos. And one of the things that stands out most for me was about how you put your faith into action. So during the season, you put your faith into action every day and continuously do. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, the Lord has given us so much. And by the time that this pandemic hit, our work is close to 2,500 physicians in New York City in poor neighborhoods, Medicaid, and then we just knew that our mission was to be there for the people who really. And our mission is very easy. It's take care of the poor, feed the hungry, care and treat the sick people, and be sure that we treat the others the same one that we would like to be treated. And doing that, God's been blessing us, whatever we do.
You're right. People don't always see that or feel that you do have to sort of give yourself, like be selfless, and then God gives you the strength to overcome adversity. Did you have to sort of convince any of your staff or employees that this is what you're called to do?
Well, really, I mean, it's so difficult to say it, but it's real. They were all behind us, because not only me. She, without her help, we were together doing this. While I was working outside, she was looking for PPE for everywhere to do the testing. And she was looking at the blood test. We knew. At some point, beginning of April, we knew people had no more money to buy food, clean people. We started giving clean and meals to people. Sometimes we have 40 blocks in New York City, down Upper Manhattan or in Queens, people in line to get a meal. Since that you haven't seen, then we give it to almost 20 churches, buildings, doctors' offices. We start delivering meals to. Get the supermarkets and the restaurant. We're about to be bankrupt, asking them to be the one preparing the meals. And we say thanks to the Lord because He provided us with the resources through the program we call District that we didn't have to look so far. He provided to us. And we had the money to be used in the moment that was in need.
It's amazing to see the hand of God. I mean, was there ever a point where you were concerned about your own health, your own well-being?
Well, you should know that different than any other place, we lost 12 doctors in this front line, with real front line. Front line doesn't happen in the building, in the hospital. Front line happens in the people in the community where we're doing testing. And yes, we were afraid, we were concerned. We sometimes, knew that we were at high risk because we are more than 60 years old. I'm 65, and my wife was 59 at that time. But if we didn't do it, who's going to be doing it? Then we knew it was more important for save life, even risking our own. And, I have one part of my board members, Dr. Idelfonso de Cu, who died, seeing kids. At that time, the hospital were discharging the newborns with 6 hours after. And they come back right away to the doctor's office. But they were coming from a big infected place, the hospital. And they deliver the virus to the doctors, and doctors die, employee of the doctors die. It's like...
And like you said, we're all called to carry our cross. And when it gets too heavy, it doesn't mean we put it down.
I believe that it was a blessed. They choose us to be in the middle of this, to deliver the service that we did. And we will never regret. As a matter of fact, if it happens again, I don't care what age I will be, we will be there.
God bless you.
One reason. Always one motto. We will follow your lead. He is the one who decides. Fiat voluntas tua. Amen.
God bless you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
God bless you. God bless you. Cardinal Tobin, thank you so much. Some people have, well, first of all, just thank you for coming, of course. What does this mean to you to be at Renew's 22nd annual gala, especially after this long season we had?
Well, my relationship with Renew goes a lot longer than 22 years. More like 40 years. When I was a young priest in Southwest Detroit, all I knew about Newark was Renew. And we used the program in our parish. It was one of the few programs at that time that created small groups and was bilingual. So I was so grateful as a young priest trying to work in a multicultural community to have these resources. And then when I came back 4.5 years ago and found Renew again, it was like homecoming. So it's important for me to be here for Sister Terry and for the honorees, and to just thank God with the people here for all that Renew is doing.
Especially, like you said, the small groups, and as we transition into the new season, something I have a concern about is how do we get the people that have been so used to being on the couch back into the pews?
Well, I don't think you're going to, blackmail them or bludgeon them back into the pews. I think the fundamental strategy is reacquaint people with the beauty of the Eucharist. And that means not simply the real presence, which is, if you think about it, is a mind-boggling thing, but it's also the Eucharistic community. That the Eucharist is never just simply me and Jesus. It's me and the body of Christ. And I think that I'm in love with the Eucharist. And I think if I can somehow convey that to people, they might think twice. I recently wrote a letter here in the Archdiocese, a pastoral letter about it, and then I tried to address the point that you're making, by asking, I could communicate with my mother, was 98 years old, on Zoom. But last summer, I could get into Canada and have a cup of tea with her. Now, do you think I could tell a difference? And I think that people, when you think about it, it's not simply, I have to go to church, but I gotta be there. Otherwise, I'd die of spiritual anorexia, So I think it's really trying to help people understand the beauty. And Renew can do that, because it's one thing if somebody like me is up in the pulpit. It's something else if it's their neighbors and they're sitting around with a guided reflection. And that's one of the great values of Renew.
Especially during the season, the testimony, the truth, the small groups. I think it's even more important now as we transition back into society. So let me ask you, I know you're a sporty guy, so what did you do during the pandemic? Were you able to play ice hockey, go to the gym? What did you do?
Well, during the pandemic, I rode my bicycle about 10 miles every morning, so my legs are pretty good. I have no upper body left. I had a couple kettlebells that I would swing around my room, and one of the priests I live with said, "Don't lose your grip on those things," and I said, "Well, no." So
I hope one day I can interview you in the gym, maybe playing basketball or baseball. Thank you so much, Cardinal. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it all.
Thank you. Thank you. Cardinal Tobin. We'll be back on the green carpet. We are live on the green carpet. I think we've been live for a few minutes. Mary Beth, Samantha, thank you so much for being here. So what is it like to be at Renew? I know you work at Renew, obviously, and you're volunteering. What is it like to be here tonight at the gala?
It's exciting. It's wonderful to be back and everyone vaccinated, able to be together again for an event like this, supporting a good cause. And we got a beautiful night with weather for it.
I believe, yes, the heavens were shining on us. So we're so excited. This is my fourth gala. So it's a different format tonight with the cocktail hour reception. And I think everyone's just enjoying it because it's such a beautiful evening. And I love to have my daughter right here with me.
It's beautiful. I mean, first of all, you're right to be able to be together. Everyone's vaccinated. And to be in that just that close proximity again that we all miss, right? And to be able to be with your daughter, creating memories, and how proud are you of your mom?
I'm so proud. I know how hard she works at work preparing for this event, so getting to see it live is also exciting.
And what are you studying in school?
I'm a communications major specializing in advertising and public relations with a marketing minor.
Wow. I wasn't sure if maybe she'd go to religious life. I wasn't sure.
I am involved in campus ministry at Loyola. I was an intern during my sophomore year, and I'm a lector still as well.
You're very proud. So what does Renew mean to you personally, spiritually? Don't worry, your bonus is not based on this answer, so.
Renew has been a great stepping stone for me because prior to that I had worked a short time, but I had been a stay-at-home mom for 16 years. So coming to Renew, not only was it a wonderful job to come to, but it feels like family. And to be able to work in a spiritual environment, it's a gift.
I agree. I always worked in the city, in the secular world, and working in the church. Working for the church is just something it's just something you can't explain. The connection, the love, it's just everyone believes in the same mission. There's no personal agenda. It's all for glorifying God. It's really, and I see that at Renew, especially in the small groups. So now as we transition into this new season, I mean, I think Renew plays a huge and a major role into this transition. How do you see Renew playing out in the next, few months or year as we transition?
Well, I think we, because we had webinars and workshops and so on and so forth, virtually, I think we've opened up Renew to more people. So it's really expanded, and our connection with Parish Catalyst now, giving, more ideas for strengthening parishes. So it's a lot of sharing of faith.
Last question. I mean, the honorees, fabulous. We've interviewed all of them. Is there anything you want to say to maybe one of the honorees, all of the honorees? Anyone that stands out for you personally?
Well, I have worked with Sister Hanora almost all my time at Renew, and she's just a faith-filled woman, but just a joy to be with, and I've learned so much from her. Addie, since I've been doing the gala, Addie I got to know prior to this evening too, and I'm just so excited to be honoring she and Rick, who do so much with their faith in their parish and with their own children. And then Dr. Talage, what can you say after the year we've been through? He's just, as a matter of fact, when I met him, I got choked up. I got choked up because not all heroes wear capes, and he's been a hero, especially this year.
Thank you so much. You're right, not all heroes wear capes. Thank you so much, Mary Beth, Samantha. Enjoy the night. Thank you very much. God bless. I see a Marissa, who I think this might be our last interview of the night. We've learned a lot. How do we put, and we should reflect on that. How do you put your faith into action, especially when times get tough and when the cross gets heavy? Do we put it down? Do we continue to carry it? Marissa, please.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Beautiful night.
Beautiful night.
Was enjoying themselves.
Great night.
A lot of hard work into this, and you had a lot of help. Tell me, how's the night how's the night so far for you?
It's fabulous. We have over 230 people here. We have a wonderful night. We have the chateau, and we have our fabulous honorees who we admire so much. Cardinal Tobin's here. What a delight. Just wonderful, wonderful moment for Renew. And there's more to come. So I hope everyone will stay tuned and watch the program at 8 o'clock. We have a few surprises coming up.
Thank you. We will be watching. We will be live inside with the Infernos, the virtual auction, the honorees, Sister Terry, Cardinal Tobin. We have an exciting night. Thank you very much, Marissa. Enjoy.
Thank you, Craig.
Thank you. I'm trying. My first time. Thank you. Guys, this might have been our last interview. Like I said, we have a lot. Do we have another one? No. Guys, we'll be in the ballroom in a few minutes, so reflect on some of those questions. How do you put your faith into action? Carrying the cross. Cardinal Tobin said so many important things about transitioning from the chair to the pew. Let's all reflect on that. God bless you. See you soon.